Uh, Hello everyone. My name is Zhe Chen, a PhD student from Shanghai Jiao Tong University. So it's my honor to stand here to present some recent research about solver of two-phase flow. So today my topic is a versatile two-phase flow solver based on highly accurate interface capturing method, SyncQQ. So today's oral presentation will be divided into 4 parts. The first part is the background and motivation of our research. The second part is numerical method and models about our solver. The third part is some fruitful result and meaningful discussion. And the last part is summary and future work. So two-phase flow is encountered in natural and industrial applications. Example for in ocean engineering, oil and gas extraction, super cavitation torpedo. So high precision numerical simulation of two-phase flow is crucial for guiding engineering applications. However, the accurate numerical simulation for two-phase flow has met a lot of challenges. First of all, complicated geometry and computational domain, which require that we need to develop our solver on unstructured mesh. So the second is most of multi-phase flow involves free surface with several deformations, which require we need an accurate interface capture method to capture the interface. So and also large density retail between water and gas, which often result in superior currents. And also in complicated flow involving cavitation, wave structure interaction, those make the numerical simulation for two-phase flow difficult. So our objective is to develop a versatile and reliable solver for two-phase flow to satisfy high accuracy, strong robustness, and good efficiency. Our present work is to concentrate on immeasurable two-phase flow. Those sync type method as a type of interface capture method has been significantly developed for decades. However, rigorous validation of sync-based method in realistic large-scale simulation are necessary to affirm. So, under the framework of OpenFOAM, SyncFOAM is further developed. It includes accurate interface capture method, that is SyncQQ scheme. It can provide a high accuracy, and it also supports arbitrary types of elements such as prismatic, tetrahedral, hexahedral, and polyhedral, and so on. As well as it supports adaptive mesh refinement strategy to conduct refined numerical simulation for tiny flow structure, and to handle this strong interaction between wave and the structure with large displacement, we use overset mesh approach to handle with this problem. And also we implanted some cavitation models to simulate the cavitation flow. In general, for incompressible two-phase flow, the governing equation includes VF equation, and the continuity momentum equation. So in those equations, we can say we consider the velocity of grids for dynamic mesh. And about the solving of VF equation, we use SyncQQ scheme to reconstruct the interface and calculate the flux by integrating the multidimensional tangent or hyperbolic function. So about the solving continuity and momentum equation, we use Peso algorithm to decouple pressure and velocity, and also to increase the accuracy of temporal discretization. We use second order TVD Rankuta method. And with phase change involved, we need to add an mass source term in the right of VF equation, where m dot minus and m dot plus are expressed as different models. And also considering the AMR technology, we borrowed from the work of Retimeyer, the work of Retimeyer. They developed this library to support 2D or 3D mesh refinement by using quadtree or octree. So next, I will briefly introduce the SyncQQ scheme. The main idea of SyncQQ scheme is piecewise approximate the discontinuous Heaviside equation by a multidimensional tangent of hyperbolic function, where beta is a steepness parameter to control the width of interface within 2 or 3 cells, and px plus d equals 0 is the implicit expression of interface. So for the interfacial cell, we use quadratic polynomial to approximate the interface, where the coefficients of polynomial is derived from the known VF equation, and the only interface position D is also solved by some iterative method. So next, considering the implementation of sync in AMR mesh or overset mesh, we need to we developed a mapping algorithm for VF field. It makes use of sync function to map VF field. For AR mesh, we use a sync function in parent cell to interpolate the child, the VF field of child, and similarly on the overset mesh, we use the interface of donor cell to interpolate the VF field of acceptor cell. So this is a whole numerical procedure of sync form. We can see the blue background is a fluid solver. So considering the AMI mesh and overset mesh, we need to update our grid using AMI or overset mesh engine, and for sync form overset, we need to solve the solve the displacement of solid. So we need to iteratively solve solid and fluid until the convergence is achieved. So this is numerical results. The first is verification of mapping algorithm. On the AMR mesh, we reconstruct a 3D sphere. So for different refinement level, we found present solver can maintain the shape of sphere well. However, building solver in open form failed to do this. And next, overset mesh, 2D stationary float is conducted. You can see without velocity field, the 2D station the interface should be still. However, when we use built-in solver in open form or star CCM plus or access fluent, it cannot ensure the mass conservation between different meshes. However, our solver can ensure the consistency of interface and mass conservation. Next, two different pure advection flow is conducted. This is a 2D shear flow. So we can weather on static mesh with high distortion and screwness, or for dynamic mesh such as AMR and overset mesh, our solver can preserve high accuracy and geometry faithfulness. And next is a 3D deformation. Similar, we can obtain the similar numerical results. We can find good accuracy, efficiency, and lower storage on AMR mesh is obtained. And next is some typical two-phase flow. The first is really Taylor instability. So we use AMR and static mesh to simulate the problem. We can see use less cell. We can capture the tiny structure of flow. And this is a bubble rising. So we conducted two cases. One case is weaker surface tension. Two phase is stronger surface tension. So we use two different grades to perform this case. We can see the CPU time, CPU cost. The CPU cost of AMR mesh is only 1/10 that of static mesh. Next is dam break against a vertical wall. We conducted this case in 2D 3D and AMR and static mesh. So we can see our solver can predict the evolution of interface pressure accurately when only refining the interfacial cells. This another 3D numerical results. Similar, we can see for the strong nonlinear interaction problems, better accuracy of interface capturing is obtained. So next is about the overset solver. So we can see this is a water entry of a wedge. So we can obtain satisfying agreement with experiment data on vertical velocity and force. And this is a motion of floater and a regular wave. We compare the numerical results sync form and the experiment. It match well with experimental data. This 3D test. This is a water entry of a cylinder. So we output the vertical displacement of this cylinder. It matches well with experimental data. And the last case is a cavitation of a conical cavitator. We use our solver and star CCM plus to simulate this case. We can see a sharper interface is maintained compared with star CCM plus, and providing less dissipation. And we use different mass transfer model and turbulence models to simulate this case. We can see the dependency of turbulence model is weakened according to the numerical results of sync form. This is about the relative hydrodynamic characteristic are also in better agreement with experimental data and analytical theories. So at last we conclude our present work. Based on SyncQQ scheme, we developed a versatile solver called as SyncForm. So it provides some features to achieve high accuracy, good efficiency, and strong robustness. So in the future, our work will concentrate on the accurate calculation of curvature for microflow, and also considering various turbulence models to simulate the complicated flows. Thanks for listening.